Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am filming a manga recommendation video in honor of Asian readathon, which is happening in the month of May. It's not May yet as I'm filming this, but I really hope I'm getting it out before May starts. I have been reading mangas for quite a few years now, and I would just recommend you guys some of my favorites, not all of the ones I read. Just like to give a general push on people to like read mangas because they are great. If you don't know where to start in the manga world, this could be like a base for you maybe, because a lot of mangas I read, it's not like super overly complicated, etc, etc. Not like manga is necessarily complicated, more like it can be really intimidating to find out where to start, but the best tips I have for you is just start somewhere and also watch the anime, because that can really help you and make you enjoy the story even more, because that's what I do. The first manga I want to recommend today is Noragami by Adachitoka. Even years after reading this is still one of my all-time favorite, if not my all-time favorite, and I always struggle to find out how exactly I'm gonna explain what it's about, but I will try. Also, like, it's forever since I've been in the beginning, so it's a bit weird considering where the story is now. This story follows Hidoi, who finds out that she can move her soul out of her body, and then she is thereby connected to the world of the gods and the supernatural, which has another name but I don't remember it, I'm sorry, and the human world. So she's sort of like a mid thing, so she can sort of be in both worlds. She gets to know this god named Yato, who is a really minor god in this world that we are in. There are loads of different gods. The gods can also take souls and like make them into things, in some cases weapons and armor. They name them, and then thereby by naming them they sort of can use them, or like they're the master, but that just sounds so strange. When they do that, that person becomes a shinki, and Yato gets a new shinki in the beginning of the book named Yuki. The story basically follows Yuki, Yato and Hiri and their different conflicts with their other gods and their other friends, etc, etc. The story has a lot of ups and downs and different moments and things, and it is so great and cute and amazing. I feel like it sounded really overly complicated right now, but it's really like, at least in the beginning, a simple story. However, it is like 19 volumes out right now, so if you want a shorter series, I guess I wouldn't recommend this one. Anime is also pretty great. I am still waiting for season 3. I also mix up the words manga and anime constantly, and I would totally do that in this video, and later when I edit it I will be mad. Great. The next one I want to recommend today is My Hero Academia by Kohei Horikoshi. This is a hero school manga. If you're into heroes like Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson and Renegades by Marissa Meyer, then I guess this would really be for you. It has like a billion characters, but the main character is named Midoriya, and in this world 80% of the human populations has gotten superpowers, or quirk as it's called. Midoriya is however in the part of the population that doesn't have a quirk, but he always wanted to be a superhero, and he comes upon powers that I don't want to spoil, but it's not a spoiler, and then he starts this hero school and we follow his journey through the school. The characters here are absolutely adorable. The world is amazing. It's like my heart in this. I love it so much. However, this one is also really long. It's like, I don't even know how many volumes right now, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna end anytime soon. But like, if you want an ongoing really great series, then go for it. The only issue I guess I have with it is that it can be a bit staggering at times. Some phases in the story last for a really long time unnecessarily, I believe. But overall, this series has just some amazing things and all my favorite things in it. And if like you like action, then go for it. Also, Noragami has a lot of action, I realized. Yay. I cannot make a recommendation video without mentioning Attack on Titan by Hajime Isayama. Attack on Titan was like a worldwide phenomenon in the first season, and now everyone has forgotten about it. The first season was so popular, it was everywhere, and all the memes when we didn't really have memes, or we did, but not like we do now. And yes, it is as good as people said it was. If you were not on Attack on Titan train then, I suggest you go on it now, because now it's even better. Attack on Titan is in the future where Titans has basically eaten like all of the population. Joking, but it's basically in a post-apocalyptic world where the humanity has enclose themselves in these 3 different walls, and then the titans are outside the walls. It's been 100 years since the titan attack, but they are outside. Well, it's really basically about humanity's rival against the titans. The story in the beginning is good, but I feel like it evolves to so much more and so much better. I loved the first season, but after a while I was like, but really, was that good? And then the second and third season came along. I am talking about seasons because I'm talking about anime, but I have read quite a lot of the manga, which is also great. So I really just recommend both, because usually mangas and animes really go hand in hand. In the beginning, it's more about the titans and the action and deaths and horrible things, and then later it's like political intrigue and so much more about the characters, but still about all the other stuff. So I think the story just literally became better. Another great manga slash anime for you to check out. This turned into like a slash anime recommendation video, but ignore that. Like, Attack on Titan, I am ahead in the anime, but in Noragami and My Hero Academia, I am ahead in the mangas. So yeah. Also, Attack on Titan has my all-time favorite character in it, which is Levi, and I would die for him and do anything for him. He's like my all-time favorite character, I think, in anything. So that says a lot. Noragami, My Hero Academia, and Attack on Titan all has in common that they are all like a bit, I guess, dark and bloody and battles, but also like they have cute and sweet moments, all 3 of them. Attack on Titan doesn't have that many sweet moments, but the next recommendation is like totally different from the 3 of them, and that is Bungo Stray Dogs by Kafka, Asagiri, and Sango Harukawa. It's like a bit like Sherlock Holmesy, where we have this detective agency where everyone has supernatural abilities and they solve cases that police can't solve. It follows in the beginning an orphan who was thrown out of his orphanage, and they take him in this agency, and that's when like we learn about everyone through him, because he's us, but also his own character. He's great. Basically, there's so many these different cases, but it's not that serious. Like, yes, it has blood and violence, like all of the things I talked about has had, but it has like so much humor. It's like a comedy anime, and it is great. It's also so clever. I think that personally it's really, really clever, and I am shocked for some things, and I'm like, my brain. Also, the characters are just so extra, and it is amazing. All of the characters in Bungo Stray Dogs are also based upon real authors that lived in our world, and their abilities are like inspired by their author and their works, which I think is really cool and a funny thing to think about when you read it slash watch it. I'm in the exact same place in the anime and the manga in this one, so the manga actually came after the anime. So they're like basically the same, but I love both with all my heart. Dasai is one of my all-time favorite characters as well. He is so awful actually, but I love him so much. Also, every time I talk about Bungo Stray Dogs, I want to rewatch Bungo Stray Dogs, so that is clearly an issue. I then want to recommend Flying Witch by Chihiro Ishizuka. This is a witch manga. There's also an anime, but the anime only has 1 season, and I have read far beyond that. This is a slice of life manga, which means that it is like from their daily lives in different episodes and what they go through. Basically like a contemporary novel. This follows our witch, Mako, I believe, who moves to her cousin to learn to be more witchy. This is definitely a manga I would recommend for people who don't know where to start and wants a simple manga. It's like really, really, really cute and really simple to read, not overwhelming at all. I don't know how many volumes it would be, but like this is a story that could literally go on forever and you wouldn't grow tired of it. I have loved everything I have read of it, and I think it's just super cute and adorable slice of life story. So again, really something that I would start off with if you don't want something too overwhelming in a manga, but overall one of my favorites, and I'm really, really enjoying it. We then have My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness by Kabi Nagata. This is a non-fiction sort of biography by the author who wrote about her own experiences and how she was lonely and depressed and gay. She went through all of the things, and you really, really, really felt for her. This is a totally different manga from the other ones. It has like nakedness and sex in it-ish, so if you don't feel comfortable looking at that, then don't read this. I really, really enjoyed it. It was different from any out of the mangas I have usually reading. I still haven't read the sequels, so I'm looking forward to doing that as well. We then have The Girl from the Other Side by Nagabe. This one is just so stunning, and I can't believe that there is not an anime of this one yet, actually. This one follows a girl named Shiva who is living on the outside with this creature-like thing called teacher, and basically all of the humans is living inside these walls, which is ironic because they do that in Attack on Titan too. But here there is a curse on the outside, and all the creatures, if you touch them, you will get this curse then die. So that's why the humans are hiding inside these walls. But Shiva has been living on the outside for quite a long time. We don't know exactly the circumstances around that in the beginning, but everything is being revealed. And here the art is some of the most stunning art I've ever seen. This is another manga I would recommend if you don't want something too overwhelming, because it's like really easy, not super a billion things going on. The Girl from the Other Side is a really atmospheric read. We then have Blooming to You by Nia Nakatani. This is a Yui LGBT manga, and these two girls here have a thing because they're on the cover, so it sort of gave it away. Yu has always wanted to find love and find, you know, love that makes your heart beat, and then Nanami here confesses her feelings for her, but she doesn't really feel like she's supposed to, but she lets her love her. Will you fall for her? I don't know, because I don't even know where I am right now. But what I really like about this is that it doesn't totally focus on their relationship. Like, it is a Yuri manga, it is a lot about their relationship, but they do other things, and it doesn't have like unnecessary drama on where I am right now in the story. It is really innocent, really sweet. I have read other Yuri manga where it's a bit too much and they focus too much on things that they shouldn't. So this one is really sweet and innocent, and I like that about the story. It's a quality story, to say that at least, and I really recommend it if you want just a cute LGBT lesbian manga, then go for it. We then have Happiness by Shuzo Oshimi, which is again a really atmospheric manga. This is about vampires, but not like they don't sparkle in the sunlight, I swear. I don't wanna go too much into details about the plot because, first of all, I read the first one like forever ago. I don't remember even what happened almost in it, because where I am in the story now, it's not where I was in the beginning. But it is really dark and really atmospheric. It does not go in the directions you think it would go. It definitely surprises, and it's not like any other manga I have ever read. So I definitely recommend it a lot. Trigger warnings for like sexual content and blood and death and awful things, but the art here is quite different from what I'm used to. It is also, as I said, really easy to read. I feel like no one has heard about this and no one is reading them, and I'm like, can someone please pick this up? I haven't not talking about Tokyo Ghoul in this video, but that is a really popular manga / anime, and if you like Tokyo Ghoul, then I recommend you for Happiness, because I was recommended Happiness because I like Tokyo Ghoul. So yeah, but I'm not going to talk about Tokyo Ghoul in this video because I don't feel like it. But that is also something good if you're interested in it. We then have The Promised Neverland by kaiu Shirai. This one follows all these kids here in this orphanage, and they have been raised their whole lives. They are living a quite decent life, but there is a reason they are there, and then I find that out. And I think it's so weird that that is a spoiler, because it's like impossible to talk about without knowing that thing, but like it is a spoiler, even though it's just behind on the first manga. This is like a horror, really dark thing. I read 1, 2, 3 of these, and I was like, okay, I'm rolling with it, it's fine, it's okay. And then the 4th volume came and fucking blew my mind. I am still not over how good I was, and how just... I am seriously not over it, and there is an anime of it, but I haven't watched all of it, just the first few episodes, and I recommend this so much. It is like if you want smart, twisty tales, where like you think you know what's going on, but you don't. It reminds me a bit of like dystopia stories, where things are revealed as you go, and then you find out how things really work. But this is like one of the good ones that I just recommend so much, and I'm so excited to continue reading this when I do. It is one of the best ones I have read in a while, and I recommend it, as I said, a lot if you want intelligent stories. We then have Orange by Ichigo Takano. This is actually a manga I have seen on BookTube quite a lot, like the only one. If people have read one, it is this one, but I would still recommend it because I love it so much. Orange follows Naho, who receives a letter from herself 10 years in the future. In this letter is written all the regrets she has and what things she doesn't want the current Naho to do to, you know, not do the same things that she did. So it's a story about regrets and loss and hope and friendship, and it's so pure and precious. It is a contemporary story, so again, if you want something a bit simpler than like fantasy things, then go for it. It's a really well loved story and it's about mental health, and I think everything here was portrayed so well. You're definitely gonna cry though. It's like a sad story, but it's a really good one. I haven't read all of the mangas, but I have watched the whole anime and it is beautiful. So you go. I feel a bit stupid recommending this one, but I cannot skip it. We have Made in Abyss by Akihito Tsukushi. It's again sort of a horror, really dark manga following these kids on the cover where they live atop of this abyss and they can dive into the abyss, which they've been doing for years and years to find treasures down there that are worth a lot. But the thing is, there are different levels in the abyss, and as you go further down, there's more consequences for you when you go upwards. The bottom level, if you go up, it's certain death. So no one has returned from the bottom, obviously, and it follows these kids where the girl here that I don't remember the name of goes down because she wants to look for her mother, which she believes is alive, I believe. I have only read the first volume of this, and the art there was, by the way, beautiful. It was like a manga that I used the longest reading, I think, ever. It wasn't even thicker than other mangas. It was just, I used a long time on it because there was a lot of text and there was a lot of things going on. And if there's something like you want to take your time, you want to enjoy a good story, then hello, go for it. I think I said go for it like a billion times in this video. But I watched the whole anime and oh my god. Like, trigger warning for this because it's so gory and dark. So like if you're squeamish, then do not go for this story. It is so worth it if like you're able to watch and enjoy this kind of story, because it is, first of all, beautiful, but horrible, literally horrible. Quite a long while since I watched the anime and read the first volume, and I want to continue the series. I want to know what happens. This story is one of the greatest one I've seen. It's still stuck with me. I had to talk about it when we were on the subject. The last manga I'm going to talk about today is The Ancient Magus Bride by Koro Yamasaki. This one follows Chisa, who is basically sold to this mage, but through this mage he teaches her magic, he teaches her the wonders of the world, and he also wants to marry her. But that sounds like really dirty, but it's not dirty as you think it is. I think I read the first 6 volumes of this, I believe, and I enjoyed every single one. The story is a bit slice of lively, but not really. It's just full of magic and wonder, and it's really beautiful. I have also watched the whole anime and I want more because it's really good. I also have the Dragons, so who wants to say no to Dragons, really? It's quite a while since I actually read this now, and I should go back to finish the series. Well, I hope I made sense in this video. My throat is dying now. That's great. Seriously, all of these mangas I absolutely love. I would love for more people to read mangas so they can talk to me about them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about these mangas, then ask me down below. I hope you will enjoy the Asian readathon, which is running in the whole month of May. That was it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!